it's Michelle Green with Morristown TV today, and I am here at an absolutely unbelievable facility right here in Hamlin County. Where are we?
At Ridin High.
You weren't expecting me to ask. I really know where it is. So, well, let's talk just a little bit really quick. What is Ridin High exactly?
Ridin High is a therapeutic horse program. We have adults, children of all ages that come and learn how to ride and interact with horses for therapy.
And again, this is a lot of times children who, and again, I really do know this, but I'm acting like I don't. This is for children who have maybe like muscular dystrophy. I mean, they have some issues.
Physical and learning issues.
And I had read once, or maybe you told me, Nancy, I'm not sure, that when these children who have, or adults, as they ride with the horse, that it does something to stimulate their muscles, or am I wrong? Am I close at least?
You're very close. For instance, if a child has cerebral palsy and those legs are tight, then if they sit on a horse, especially without a saddle and just a saddle pad, the gentle movement of the horse will relax the legs, the muscles in the legs, and you can actually see the legs just drop, and you know how good that must feel because they are so tight and difficult to walk, you know.
And not to mention, I'm sure they have a blast riding on a horse.
They do. We've got great teachers, instructors. In fact, we have one behind us. And
we must plug all your volunteers too. You have wonderful volunteers.
Two wonderful volunteers behind us, and our riding instructor, Lindy Fowler. But anyway.
Okay, well, I just wanted to, just for the one person in the world who's not familiar with Ridin High, I wanted to go ahead and touch base with that. But let's talk about, Nancy, why exactly we are here and what we're going to talk about. What have you got special coming up?
We have our cowboy hats on because we have our main fundraising event is coming up in November the 8th and 9th. This is actually our 24th year with a rodeo. Yeah, we started out small out at Franklin Arena Park, and now we're at the expo every year, and it's our big fundraiser.
You know, you say this because Ridin High is a nonprofit, right?
Correct.
Okay, it's not like you have money growing on the trees here in the backyard, right?
No, we wish.
So again, when you do these fundraisers like this, I mean, this is what keeps Ridin High going, right?
Absolutely. No rider is turned down if they cannot pay for a lesson. So we need money for that, for general operating expenses, horse expenses, just general maintenance.
The facility and all, yeah.
Facility.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the rodeo. I know it's going to be at the Expo Center, and you gave me the dates. I know it's a rodeo, but is there some other things happening also?
Sure enough. This is actually the National Cowboy Association's finals. These cowboys have worked all year to earn their spot in the finals. So it will be the top 12 cowboys and cowgirls in each event. And so that makes it a good rodeo.
Oh, I bet.
Kids can ride.
I bet it does. So here's where the money comes in, if I'm correct. When folks come out and they pay admission, now what about as far as like concessions? Do you sell concessions?
We do. The Expo Center actually sells those. And then we usually have pony rides. We're kind of working on that right now. We have face painting. We have a wonderful silent auction each night. And
so don't you have some things for the kids to do? Are there some kind of
face painting?
I mean, like as far as like were they riding stick horses, or do they do something like that?
We'll have you tell.
Okay, Kathy's going to tell me.
The best dressed cowboy or cowgirl have a contest. It's they win by audience applause, so that's why they need to bring all their friends, and the winner gets a new bicycle.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, I've got a hat on. Would I qualify, or am I a little too old for that?
A little too old, I'm afraid.
Just a little, but anyway.
Bring a friend or a grandson or granddaughter.
I could and put them right in there. What is the age limit for the kids?
It's age 6 and under.
6 and under. Okay, and I know that is always a big hit.
It's great, and we have a finalist on Friday night and then another finalist on Saturday night.
So it's a 2-day event.
It's a 2-day event, and so they need to bring their friends and their family, because it is judged by the audience.
Well, you know, even at that, even above and beyond doing that for the little kids so they can win the contest, I mean, this is a wonderful thing if you're sitting around on a weekend and it's like, well, what can the family and I go do tonight? Oh, good heavens, go to the Expo Center and go to the rodeo, right?
Absolutely. And Kathy, you may want to tell them about the advance tickets.
Oh, okay, yeah, great.
Yes, we will be selling advance tickets. There's several places in town. They're usually at
You can look at your notes if you want to. We don't want to leave anybody out.
Farmers Co-op, Fox Feed in Jeff City, Morristown Milling, Elliott's Boots, Walter State Expo, and Gilly's Western Store.
Okay, and if for some reason,
advance tickets.
I'm sorry, and if for some reason you can't, you can still get tickets the day of, right?
At the door. A little bit more expensive, but not much.
It goes for a good cause, wouldn't you agree?
It does.
Absolutely. Well, Nancy, Kathy, is there anything else you guys want to point out about the rodeo that's coming up?
Well, now on Saturday, we started this about 4 years ago because we rent Friday and Saturday out there, and Saturday we were doing nothing until the rodeo, so we came up with the idea of having a open team roping, and this has been big. We just have general team ropers that come in. Registration is 8:30 on the 9th. That's on the Saturday, and then they started at 10.
That is fantastic.
These guys win money. I mean, they really, it's a big jackpot.
I was going to say, this is the real deal. This is a rodeo, correct?
Yeah, these are general. These aren't in the rodeo, but this is a separate event, the team roping.
But that's still, I mean, that's the real deal.
Yes, it's a real deal.
How neat. I'm going to have to go to this. I actually went many, many years ago, and I will say I had a blast. It just made me want to get on a horse, but that's another story for another time. I've got the hat. You know, this is Jackson. This is Jackson behind me. Maybe after we finish this, I could mosey on back and they'd let me ride him. That would be awesome. Oh, he's beautiful. He's beautiful. Well, girls, is there anything else? I hope you don't mind me calling you girls. That's what we do. Is there anything else you think that we need to pinpoint about the rodeo?
Well, for information, any other information, call the Ridin High office, and you can get on our website. It's ridinhigh.org, and so you can find any information out from them.
Okay. And again, folks, this is an absolutely unbelievable organization. I was telling them earlier, I know some folks who have been through the Ridin High program, and it is an absolute godsend. Thank you so much for taking, I know you've got a lot going on, and yeah, November is a minute or two away, but it'll be here before you know it.
It'll be here before we know it. And I'll say this is our 26th year in operation, and we're just very blessed.
Yes, definitely.
It's a great time. We need volunteers always, so come on out, sign up. We just have a ball here.
You have a ball and you do good work. I mean, that's a win-win all the way around. Guys, thank you so much for staying tuned to Channel 7 Morristown TV today. When you tune in, you find out about unbelievable organizations like Ridin High, and you find out about rodeos too. We'll see you next time.